Episode 1. What if the mate your alpha rejected was the only one who could break the curse, killing his entire pack? The Obsidian Veil Pack assembles in the sacred grove, breath-fogging in the chill night air. The swollen full moon hangs low, bathing everything in silver light. Tonight is the unity rite, the ancient ceremony binding loyalty, strength, and future. Alpha Calethorn strides to the center stone altar, towering and ruthless, his dark hair wild, eyes like storm clouds. Power rolls off him in waves. He raises a ceremonial obsidian crown etched with moon runes and places it gently on Virel's head. She is flawless, tall, golden-haired, confident smile flashing white. His chosen Luna. Political alliance sealed with pride. The pack howls approval, fists pounding chests in rhythm. At the fringes, away from the firelight, Thalira Voss kneels beside a young scout whose arm hangs limp, gashed deep from patrol. Her hands move with quiet precision, pressing a poultice of moonbloom and herbs. The scout winces but relaxes as warmth spreads. Thalira's dark hair falls like a curtain, hiding her face. No one notices her here. No one ever does. Then it hits a sharp, electric pull in her chest, yanking toward Calethorn like an invisible chain. Her breath catches. The mate bond. She knows it instantly, the legendary tug every shifter dreams of. But his never looked her way. Not once. She clenches her jaw, forces it down deep, swallows the ache. His chosen. She's nothing. The right crescendos. Elders chant low, ancient words echoing off the trees. Torches flare brighter. Suddenly, black whispers crawl across the moon's face, thin, oily tendrils slithering like smoke. Gasps ripple through the pack. An elder at the circle's edge convulses, clutching his chest. Veins blacken under his skin. The curse. The first real sign. Panic flickers in eyes. Thalira acts on instinct. From her shadowed spot, she extends one hand subtly. A soft, hidden pulse of silver light, barely a shimmer, flows from her palm toward the elder. It sinks into him unseen. His convulsions ease. Color returns. He straightens, confused but steady. Calethorn's head snaps toward the fringes. For one heartbeat, his gaze locks on the empty space near Thalira. A frown creases his brow. He inhales sharply, as if catching a faint scent of moonlight and wild herbs. Then Virel touches his arm, smiling up at him. He turns back to her, the moment shattered. The rite continues. The pack cheers again, oblivious. Thalira retreats to her small hut at the grove's edge. She bars the door, leans against it, heart hammering. Alone at last. Moonlight spills across the floor, pooling on her skin. Her veins begin to glow, soft silver threads lighting up beneath her flesh like liquid starlight. For the first time. She stares in shock, lifting her arm. The glow pulses with her heartbeat. A voice, not her own, whispers inside her blood, ancient and resonant. The veil awakens, and he will need you. The glow flares brighter. Thalira's eyes widen. Episode 2. The curse hit like poison, his perfect Luna froze in terror, while the ignored healer felt fire ignite in her veins. The sacred grove decays before their eyes. Tendrils pulse, sapping shifter strength with every heartbeat. Growls fade to coughs. The unity rite's echo is mockery now. Virel climbs the altar stone, crown glinting, voice raised to rally. We are Obsidian Veil. This shadow will not, it falters. A thick tendril coils near her boot. She freezes, eyes wide with raw terror. Hands tremble. She steps back, speech crumbling. The pack stares, shock, then whispers of doubt in their Luna. In a hidden clearing, she tests the power alone. A blackened vine chokes a young tree. She lifts her palm, moonlight gathers, silver light flares soft but fierce. The tendrils hiss, recoil like burned flesh, shrivel to ash. The tree straightens, leaves blooming emerald. Thalira gasps, exhilarated, then horrified. They'd brand her witch. Outcast. She snuffs the glow, buries it deep. No one can know. Not yet. Calethorn ducks inside, broad shoulders filling the doorway, tension in every line. He needs eclipse root for the elder's pain. Thalira reaches for the same jar he does. Fingers brush. A silver spark leaps between them, sharp, electric. Time fractures. Calethorn freezes. He inhales slow, deep, catching moonlight, wild herbs, something primal that tugs at his core. The bond stirs, faint but insistent. His eyes narrow on her, really seeing the quiet healer for the first time. Thalira pulls back fast, pulse racing. The root, Alpha, she murmurs, eyes down. He stares a heartbeat longer, conflicted, then snatches the jar and storms out. Door slams. Silence rings. By flickering candle, she unrolls parchment. Faint glow answers her touch. Words emerge, descendant of the moon's forgotten veil, power to mend or shatter curses, bound eternally to the pack's true alpha by blood and soul. Breath snags. Calethorn. Fated. The mate he never claimed. Silver flickers along her veins again, stronger. Episode 3. She trained alone under the moon. No one saw, but the withered forest bloomed in her wake. Night after night, Thalira ventures beyond the grove into forgotten woods. Moon high and cold. She finds death's grip, blackened roses, thorns brittle, soil cracked. Palm out, breath steady. Controlled silver burst flows, gentle, precise. Roses shudder, petals bloom deep crimson, leaves unfurl vibrant. Air warms, sweetens. She exhales in awe. Next, a protective veil. Thin shimmer weaves around a dying sapling. Tendrils test it, hiss, retreat. Success builds confidence. She pushes further, reviving ferns, shielding a fox kit from creeping rot. Each victory quiets her fear, almost. But doubt creeps, discovery means exile. Or worse. By day she blends in. An elder hunches on a bench, curse gnawing joints. Thalira passes close, hood shadowing her face, sends anonymous pulse. He straightens, smiles faintly. No thanks given. Yet whispers spread, a shadow guardian moves among us. The moon favors the unseen. Elders murmur in corners. Calethorn addresses the recovered in the hall, voice proud. Virel's guidance and our unity heal us. He pulls her close, she nods gratefully. Thalira lingers at the doorway's edge, watching, heart-twisting joy for the pack, ache for the credit stolen again. Later, healer's tent. A child burns with curse fever, small body shaking. Thalira kneels alone. She channels softly, power surges wild. Silver flares blinding. Hut groans, beams crack, jars shatter toward the floor. Child whimpers in fear. Thalira reels it back desperately, collapsing against the wall, gasping. The boy calms, fever breaking. She stares at trembling hands. So close to disaster. Control is a razor edge. She must master it, or lose everything. Whispers intensify, the guardian saved the little one. Something ancient awakens. Mid-pack meeting, great hall packed. Calethorn maps defenses. Without warning, curse erupts, obsidian spikes explode from floor, tendrils whipping. Chaos. Shifters dodge, Virel stumbles back, eyes wide, useless. From shadowed balcony above, Thalira acts unseen. Both hands extend. Invisible silver veil surges, halting spikes, forcing tendrils to shrivel. Room steadies. Relief ripples. Calethorn spins, gaze locking on the empty corner where power bloomed, no figure, only faint shimmer fading. He inhales sharply, moonlight, herbs, her scent. Episode 4. He charged into the cursed grove to die alone, until an invisible force wrapped around him and he felt her. Dawn barely breaks, but Calethorn slips from the hall alone. Pride burns hotter than caution. The pack weakens daily, he will end this curse at its source or die trying. No backup. No Luna at his side. Virel's fear last night still stings. He enters the blighted heart of the grove. Trees twist black, ground cracked like old skin. Obsidian tendrils rise immediately, sensing alpha blood. They coil fast, thick ropes whipping toward him, thorns dripping venom. Calethorn shifts mid-stride, massive black wolf form ripping through clothes. Claws slash, jaws snap. But tendrils multiply, wrapping legs, chest, throat. They squeeze. Breath shortens. Vision blurs. This is it, death alone, as he chose. Then, warmth. Invisible silver veil slams outward from nowhere, wrapping him like moonlight armor. Tendrils hiss, recoil violently, shattering against the shield. He staggers free, gasping. The scent hits, moonlight on wild herbs, soft and unmistakable. Thalira. The quiet healer. His mind reels, how? Why her? He spins, searching shadows. Nothing. Only fading silver shimmer on leaves. She was here, unseen, protecting him. Again. Back at camp, Virel's breakdowns worsen. In council, she snaps at an elder, voice cracking. I tried the right, why won't it work? Tears come publicly now. Pack murmurs grow louder. Calethorn defends her sharply. She is our Luna. We stand together. But his tone wavers. Doubt cracks the facade, eyes flick to the fringes where Thalira once stood. Thalira, hidden near the elder circle, overhears their hushed talk. The recoveries, not Virel's doing. Forgotten true mates of old lore, bonds ignored bring ruin. The veiled descendant, perhaps among us. Her heart pounds. They sense it too. Night falls. Alone in her hut, Thalira sinks to the floor. Hand presses to her chest. The mate bond hums there, steady, insistent, alive. Warmth spreads, pulling toward him even now. She whispers to the dark, if I reject it, deny what fate bound. Realization crashes, the bond's rejection could kill her. Slow drain. Madness. Death. Just like the curse claims the weak. Silver flickers along her skin again. The hum grows louder. Episode 5. In the dead of night she gathered the outcasts, and they knelt to the light only she could wield. 3 nights pass since the bond's painful truth settled in her chest. Thalira can no longer wait for the pack to see. She sends subtle calls, a single moonbloom petal on a doorstep, a murmured phrase to the right ears. They converge at the ancient stone circle, deep woods, far from torches and eyes. Wise elder Mara arrives first, silver hair glowing faintly, curse-etched hands steady. Sharp-eyed scout Lura follows, bow across back, scanning shadows. Fierce young guardian Thorn last, broad-shouldered, barely 20, fury simmering at the pack's slow death. Thalira stands center, moonlight crowning her. The curse feeds on division. Virel cannot stop it. But I carry the veil's power. She beckons forward a teen boy, curse-rotted, skin veined black, legs buckling. Thorn supports him. Thalira kneels. Silver light gathers in palms, soft yet commanding. She places hands on the boy's chest. Tendrils writhe beneath skin, shrieking as glow floods in. Black recedes, healthy color returns. Boy draws deep breath, eyes clearing. He stands unaided, awed. Mara drops to one knee. The forgotten veil walks among us. Lura kneels, bow lowered in respect. Thorn follows, voice rough, we swear fealty. To you. To salvation. Thalira, not to me, to the pack we save. She teaches veil wards, simple silver threads drawn from moonlight. Mara weaves one first, shielding a stone. Lura encircles her arrow. Thorns flares bright but wild raw promise. They scatter at first light, secret sealed. In the Alpha's quarters, Calethorn's nights turn tormented. Dreams haunt, silver light wraps him, pulls him from abyss. Warmth, scent of herbs and moon. Thalira. He murmurs on waking, hard, aching, sheets twisted. Need wars with denial. He grows colder to Virel, clipped words, avoided glances. She flinches at his distance, hurt unspoken. Curse erupts without mercy. Obsidian spikes burst from floor, tendrils whipping toward bed. Calethorn shifts wolf, claws raking, but they overwhelm, coiling throat, crushing ribs. Virel rushes in, sees the horror, screams sharp terror. She backs away, flees down hall crying for warriors. Darkness presses. Calethorn collapses, strength failing. Door creaks. Thalira slips inside unseen. She crosses room in heartbeat. Silver surge explodes, tendrils shatter, recoil screaming. Darkness flees. Calethorn slumps forward into her waiting arms. She catches his weight, steady. His head rests against her shoulder. Scent envelops him, moonlight, wild herbs, belonging. Eyes flutter open, locking on hers in stunned recognition. Room quiets. Curse retreats, for now. Episode 6. Death had him by the throat, then she stepped from the shadows and the curse fled screaming. Calethorn's eyes flutter open fully. Recognition crashes through the haze, the scent, the warmth, the silver light that saved him twice now. Thalira. The healer he passed 1,000 times without seeing. He tries to speak, voice hoarse. You. Before he finishes, the curse rallies. Obsidian tendrils explode from every crack in the stone floor, thicker, faster, screaming like wind through broken glass. They lash toward them both, hungry for alpha blood and the new threat. Thalira doesn't hesitate. She steps forward out of the shadows fully for the first time. Arms wide, silver light ignites along her veins, brighter than any moon. A massive moonveil surge erupts outward, pure, radiant force like liquid starlight. Tendrils meet the wave and shatter like glass against stone. Shards of black dissolve into smoke, shrieking as they flee through walls and ceiling. The room clears. Air warms. The curse retreats, beaten, for now. Calethorn rises slowly, strength returning. He stares at her, really stares. The quiet woman at the edges, the one whose pulse he felt in every rescue. The veiled protector. The shadow guardian. All her. The commotion draws the pack. Warriors burst through the door, Virel behind them, face pale. Gasps ripple as they see Alpha standing, unharmed. Thalira at the center, silver fading but undeniable. No hood. No hiding. Virel pushes forward, voice breaking. Dark magic. Forbidden sorcery. She's cursed us, she's the reason it fights back. Tears stream, her crown tilts askew. I love you, Calethorn. I tried so hard to be what you needed. But she's stealing everything. The accusation hangs. Pack murmurs, confusion, fear, awe. Some step back from Thalira, others edge closer, remembering recoveries, the boy healed, the elder eased. Calethorn raises a hand. Silence falls. His gaze never leaves Thalira. Voice low, rough with emotion, enough. He steps toward her. The pack parts. Moonlight frames them both. Tell me the truth, he demands, voice cracking on the last word. All of it. Who are you to me? Thalira meets his gaze, calm, steady, no fear. Silver still glimmers faintly in her eyes. I protect what's mine, she says softly, words carrying to every corner, even when it doesn't claim me back. The bond hums between them, audible to no one else, but Calethorn feels it like a second heartbeat. Regret flickers raw in his eyes. The pack holds its breath. Episode 7. Before the entire pack, she exposed the mate bond he shattered and the regret in his eyes burned. Calethorn's hand twitches toward her, then drops. Voice rough, counsel. Now. The pack moves as one to the great stone hall. Torches flare, elders take their carved seats. Virel stands rigid beside Calethorn, crown crooked, fingers white-knuckled. Thalira enters last, head high, no hood, silver still faintly shimmering in her veins. Whispers ripple like wind through reeds. Elder Mara rises first. Speak, child of the veil. Thalira steps to center stone. Voice steady, humble, I am Thalira Voss, healer. My bloodline descends from the moon's forgotten veil, ancient guardians who mend or shatter curses. The power you've seen is mine by birthright. She pauses. And the mate bond, it has always pulled toward our alpha. Fate chose long before politics did. Gasps erupt. Elders exchange glances. Mara unrolls a weathered scroll, yellowed parchment glowing faintly under moonlight. The texts confirm it. True fated bonds cannot be overridden without ruin. Calethorn chose alliance over destiny. The curse feeds on that fracture. Virel's face crumples. She steps forward, voice cracking. I tried. Every rite, every prayer, I gave everything to be the Luna he needed. But the power, it was never mine to hold. Tears fall freely. She looks at Calethorn, pleading. I love you. I still do. Then she turns away, shoulders shaking, retreating to the shadows. The hall falls silent. Calethorn stands motionless. His mask, the ruthless alpha facade, cracks wide. Regret floods his scent, sharp and bitter, filling the air. Eyes lock on Thalira, pain, awe, shame warring there. The bond hums between them, audible now to sensitive ears, low, insistent, wounded. Pack murmurs rise, some angry at the deception, others awed at the truth. Elders nod solemnly. The fracture is named. Alone at last, he stops her gently. Voice barely above whisper, Thalira, I'm sorry. For every glance I never gave. For choosing wrong. For letting pride blind me to you. She turns slowly. Meets his gaze, calm, but steel beneath. Words won't heal what you broke, she says softly. Only actions might. The bond pulses harder between them. He steps closer, close enough to feel her warmth, but doesn't touch. Regret burns brighter in his eyes. Episode 8. His chosen Luna's ritual failed catastrophically. Now the Alpha knelt before the woman he rejected, begging. The next night, the curse roars to life with apocalyptic fury. Obsidian tendrils erupt across the entire sacred grove, thicker, faster, black veins crawling up ancient trees, choking the sky. Shifters collapse mid-step, pups cry out as strength drains. The pack hall trembles, elders clutch chests. Annihilation is hours away, maybe less. Virel, desperate to prove herself, leads a frantic counter-ritual at the altar stone. Crown discarded, hands raised, she chants ancient words. The pack watches, hopeful. But the curse twists her power, tendrils feed on it, surging larger, darker. A massive black wave explodes outward, shattering the altar. Virel stumbles back, horrified. No, no, I can fix this, her voice breaks as the grove darkens further. The pack turns away in silent judgment. Calethorn stands at the center of the chaos, eyes scanning faces, then locking on Thalira at the edge, silver veins faintly glowing under her skin. Pride, once his armor, lies in ashes. He strides through the crowd. Warriors part. Virel watches, tears streaming. Calethorn drops to his knees before Thalira, publicly, unashamed. Head bowed, voice raw, the pack needs you. I need you. The words crack the night air. I was blind. I chose wrong. Everything I built crumbles without you. Please, save us. Silence. Every eye on them. The bond hums fiercely between painful, pleading. Thalira looks down at him. Moonlight crowns her. She reaches out, touches his shoulder, first contact since the embrace. Warmth flares. I will save them, she says calmly. But on my terms. I lead the restoration. My power. My way. No more hiding. No more politics over fate. Calethorn rises slowly, nodding once, respect, surrender, hope in his eyes. Yours to command. The pack exhales. Some kneel in quiet allegiance. Virel turns away, broken but silent. She lifts her face to the moon. Power builds, almost overwhelming. Voice a whisper carried on wind, if I save him, will I lose myself? The stars seem to hold their breath. Silver flares brighter, uncontrolled for a heartbeat, then steadies in her grip. Episode 9. Blood Moon Rising. One rejected woman's fury shattered an ancient curse and remade the world. The sacred grove awaits, once heart of the pack, now blackened ruin. Obsidian tendrils choke every inch, pulsing like a dying heart. The pack gathers at the edges, faces gaunt, eyes desperate. Calethorn stands at the forefront, gaze fixed on the grove's center stone. Thalira walks forward alone, allies trailing at respectful distance. Moonlight bleeds red across her skin, silver veins blaze brighter with each step. She reaches the altar, cracked, defiled. Raises both hands. The blood moon aligns perfectly overhead. Power ignites. Full veil force channels through her, silver torrent exploding outward. Obsidian tendrils scream, thrashing wildly. They meet the wave and explode into shards of black glass, dissolving into harmless mist. The ground trembles. Cracks seal. Black veins recede like retreating poison. Land blooms instantly, scorched earth greens, withered trees burst with leaves, flowers unfurl in silver and crimson. Air clears, sweet with new life. The curse shatters, final, irreversible scream echoing into silence. The pack gasps, then erupts in cheers, howls, tears, fists raised. Warriors drop to knees in awe. Elders weep openly. Calethorn steps to her side. Hand hovers near hers, close enough to feel heat, but not touching. Protective stance, eyes wide with wonder. Thalira, he breathes, voice thick. Awe. Pride. Something deeper. From the shadows at Grove's edge, Virel watches. Crown gone, hair loose. Tears fall silently. Not rage, release. Broken, yes, but finally free of the expectation that crushed her. She turns away quietly, disappearing into trees. Thalira stands victorious, power still rippling. Land healed. Pack saved. But she sways. Sudden. The bond, once a hum, now roars in her chest, pulling harder than ever. Toward him. Unrelenting. Her breath catches. Silver flickers unsteady along her arms. The cheers fade into background roar. She steadies herself, hand pressing to heart. The pull intensifies, fate demanding completion. Episode 10. He offered his heart, his pack, everything. She looked at the man who once ignored her and chose herself. The cheers quiet as the pack senses the moment. Calethorn steps closer, eyes never leaving hers. Voice low, stripped bare, Thalira, the bond was always there. From the first tug under the full moon. I was blind, arrogant, chasing alliances when fate stood right in front of me. I see you now. All of you. The healer. The protector. The queen you've become. He drops to one knee again, not in desperation this time, but reverence. I beg the mating bond. My heart, my pack, everything I am, it's yours if you'll have me. Let me earn what I threw away. Silence blankets the grove. Pack holds breath. Virel, from distant shadows, watches one last time, then turns away forever, free. Thalira looks down at him. Years flash, invisible edges of rituals, swallowed aches, nights training alone, near collapse healing the child, the curse's grip, her reclaimed power. Strength hard won. No longer unseen. She reaches out, fingers brush his cheek, first gentle touch since childhood stories of mates. The bond flares bright between them, silver threads weaving air. Warm. Alive. I feel it too, she says softly. Always did. But I won't bind myself to fix what was broken. Not yet. She steps back, standing tall. I accept the role of guiding Luna on my terms. I lead beside you, not beneath. Unbound. Free to choose love only if it's earned, day by day. The pack heals under my veil. You honor that. Prove it. Calethorn rises slowly. Pain flickers, sharp, honest, but respect follows. He bows deeply, fist to heart. As you command, my queen. The pack erupts anew, howls of acceptance, loyalty shifting. Elders nod solemnly. Allies, Mara, Lura, Thorn, stand proud at her flanks. Thalira turns toward the grove's edge. Steps into pure moonlight. Silver power ripples across her skin, stronger, freer. She lifts her face to the sky. A distant howl answers, not from the pack. Something ancient, deeper in the wilds beyond borders. Eyes gleam in far shadows. The veil stirs. Thalira smiles faintly. Voice a quiet promise to the night. The veil isn't finished, and neither am I.